So guys, crazy stuff happening in India. Rahul Gandhi fastest court judgment ever, and that also in a manhani defamation case, which is anachronistic, should never be there. 2 years maximum saza, which has absolutely been unheard of. Done in such a fast time, as if it just, to all of us, it seemed, intelligent people, that the judgment was already ready, right? Not was it already ready within less than 24 hours, he was given sentenced for 2 years. Not only that, and the judgment moved to Delhi at the speed of sound to the Home Ministry, or to the Speaker of the House, who cheesily threw Rahul out of the house, right? But it's playing well for Rahul, so they're a worried lot, right? And this is what I found. There was this lovely video that was Subramaniam Swamy on somebody's group came to us about Gandhis have no degree, coming on the back of LG of Kashmir saying that Mahatma Gandhi had no degree. So here's the deal, right? Rajiv Gandhi was a pilot, so must have had a degree, right, of some sort. Rahul Gandhi invited to Cambridge as an ex-student, so Cambridge acknowledges it that he's got an MPhil. So I don't understand how these educated people are spreading this all over the place. It's unbelievable, right? And then you have this, the two degrees that are really in doubt are Smriti Irani's and the Prime Minister's himself. First he says he got a graduation degree from Delhi University. Delhi University can't come up with it. Then he says he has one in all of political science from Gujarat University. And PM, and then you have today, PM's degree order set aside, Delhi CM fine. So they are saying, no, we can't. That's like unbelievable. HC junk CIC order on PM's degree fines Kejriwal 25,000. Nobody wants to talk about that. Right, here's what we have. Rahul guilty of defamation, faces disqualification as MP. That was done. But hey, what's happening here? Faulty decision, CBI on revoking Choksi's red notice. So if you're a buddy from Gujarat, you can run free, right? No worries. Rahul, ED, CBI for opposition, but friend Choksi gets released. Absolutely. Congress returns fire claims BJP is full of Jaychans. They absolutely are. Rahul disqualified as MP, says fighting for voice of India, ready to pay any price, and that's having a problem with the opposition, right? BJP. Disqualified. Rahul Gandhi exit from parliament the day after conviction for a speech erodes democracy. It most certainly does. And Suhas Palishkar says why BJP focuses on Rahul and why it's so worried, right? To ignore him would mean ceding space to a counter ideology. To continue to target him can backfire, and it certainly seems to be doing that. Now, what do you have that? Priyanka takes center stage as Rahul protests disqualification of Rahul. Congress stir display of arrogance as BJP. When BJP was doing all these stirs, right, that was not arrogance, right? TMC and SP pledged to stay equidistant from Congress, and he can't, but both these guys, I don't know, right? Rahul's exit rings alarm bells, opposition parties slam attack on democracy, they come together. But here's what happens. Voting set for May 10th as Karnataka poll drill begins, and just as that happens, nothing is working for the BJP because there's got nothing to show for employment, inflation, nothing. But Dhuvikaran it is, folks, Dhuvikaran. So stone pelting in Jharkhand, this is all on the back of Ram Navami. Prohibitory orders in Bihar, Sasaram, Bihar Sharif, okay. So Ram Navami violence breaks out across multiple states. 3 minors among 21 held after clash in Mumbai suburb. Vadodara clash, 23 held, 500 booked, okay. Shah calls up West Bengal governor over clashes on Ram Navami, okay. Mahatma Gandhi bust vandalized in Canada. So this is Indian politics moving to the diaspora. And police denial, no bar as hundreds take out Ram Navami procession in Jahangirpuri. Violence on Ram Navami kills one in Maharashtra town, clashes hit Howrah in West Bengal and Vadodara in Gujarat. But here's the tragedy, right? This is how it plays out in overloaded commercialization of religion. 14 dead, 24 missing in Indore temple tragedy. This number has risen up as of today to 36. But the Supreme Court seems to be doing okay. Hate speech is happening because state important, says Supreme Court. Now this was a very interesting judgment, right? Where were the special grounds to free Bilkis case convicts? And that's the right question. SC to decide if poll-bound bonds need to be referred to constitutional bench. And this is important, right? Because poll bonds is where all essentially it seems the black money is moving around and going just to one party, right? SC to hear 14 opposition parties plea over ED CBI misuse on April 5th. Another important judgment, and I hope this kind of opens up and maybe the Supreme Court will come out against the use of ED CBI, okay? And this is what D.Y. Chandrachud says. Press must remain free if a country is to remain a democracy. Absolutely right. Criminal defamation in India is anachronistic, and that is so true. And Pratap Banu Mata writes, no reaction as the threshold of overreach by the establishment shifts higher and higher, and there is no reaction. That's interesting. And this is what I found pearls of wisdom. Democracy, not a system, but a spirit, says PM Modi. It's a spirit. I never heard that. But if it is a spirit, this is what's going to happen. Israel erupts as PM Netanyahu sacks minister who opposed court overhaul. So if it's a spirit, then let it be a free spirit. But it's not a free spirit, right? Posters questioning PM's education come up in city. Congress didn't seek legal remedy in bid to project Rahul as martyr, says BJP. They're messed up. And Shah is actually coming out and advising and saying why they can use the courts and they can use the courts, but hey, nothing's happening. But here comes another person whose education degree is in doubt. BJP, Rahul won't succeed in ripping apart PM's away, says Smriti Irani. But guess who's ripping it apart? All the bucks. Smriti Irani and especially people like spent Kartous, Ravi Shankar Prasad. BJP's foreign hand attack puts Congress on defensive. Now, this is the most stupid comment I've heard. How can it put you on the defensive, right? There is, because the Prime Minister himself is using this foreign card, and I'm not sure which foreign country he is alluding to, because it has to be China and Russia, can't be the West, right? BJP pulled India out of dirty politics, says Modi. I, on the other hand, think has put it right back into them. Congress trying to justify Rahul's remarks against OBCs by wearing black clothes. Now Modi's guys has come out, right? In the official list, central list, Gujarat list, Modi's, please, all the bucks, remember, is not an OBC by any stretch of any imagination. Could be a Muslim, could be a Parsi, could be Telis, could be anything, but they are not OBCs. So that puts in question that all this stuff that he sold to us that he's an OBC may not be true either. Congress considers Gandhi kin above constitution, but here's the thing, right? Constitution considered, but what about Modi, Shah? They both think they're above the constitution, as do half of the BJP. Karmic fallout, Assam CM takes a dig at Congress. The karmic fallout is the creation of washing powder BJP that created Sarna. Criminality of politics, writes Tavleen Singh. Why does the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi from parliament last week have the reek of dirty politics, Tavleen? Because it is dirty politics. And then you have this, the conman in Naya Kashmir, authority that is unaccountable and a climate of impunity from the backdrop against which he jets into Srinagar and takes the entire administration over right. So while everybody is going after defamation case, this guy is taking the most sensitive state's administration, and he's from Gujarat, and making a fool and mockery out of them, and you can't find him anymore. 3 cheers and Jai Hind.